Hi, I'm Eva. I'm the co-founder of meetmyfriend.me. I'm making this video today because I would like to explain you a little bit about the meetmyfriend.me website, how meetmyfriend.me came into existence, and why we feel so passionately about meetmyfriend.me. But before I do that, I would like to give you a little bit of my personal background. I was born in Eastern Europe. I came to America about 25 years ago. I traveled probably on 3 continents in my lifetime. I had businesses through several continents as well. I speak about 6-7 languages. In my profession, which is making people beautiful and hairless, I came across people all over the world. And people principally had always the same complaints. And it really doesn't matter where people come from, or what background, or what ethnic background, or what religion people come from. The principle to humanity is always the same. And one of the problems that I would be hearing over the years in my practice, so in America and so overseas, was about people, and particularly young people, having difficulties finding partners, meeting the right people. Then there was an era in America particularly where the bar scene was the thing to do, and people are sort of in a way tired of it, and there was really no real forum out there for people to meet other people. Then came the dating sites, and they sprung up like mushrooms. And dating sites, in my opinion, are something that probably has its reason for being, but it is not the thing that people want to do. And I tell you why, in my personal opinion. It's because on a dating site, you principally do the same thing. You're going by yourself on a blind date to meet somebody that you have never met, that you have met through the computer, and here you are going through tens if not hundreds of potential candidates, and every time you have to go through the same thing. You have to search through the computer, then you have to go on blind dates, and there comes a point in time where you say, screw it, I am sick and tired of it, I am not interested. And so over the years, as we change, the bar scene was first the scene, then came this dating site, then came these TV programs. But all this is sort of like a novelty, and then eventually several years later it dies, because it is not the right thing. It is not the thing that people really want, and that human beings are really looking for into that format to meet other people. And so putting together, one, my personal life experience, putting together my family's experiences, my daughter's experiences, my patients' experiences, my friends' experiences all over the world. I had to take a hard look at everything, and I came to the conclusion that I really believe, and I think that I found the missing link, that I found what's really, really missing to people, and why people need something that I believe, and I honestly wholeheartedly believe that I have come up with the right solution, is to put together a format, to put together a platform, which meetmyfriend.me is. And what the platform is like this: 2 things we are accomplishing. I'm actually taking something very old and I'm taking something very new and putting it together. And what I'm actually doing is this. meetmyfriend.me is a platform for friends to submit information about their single friends. It is not a dating site. It is not a regular dating site. This is a website with a very, very different twist on the whole thing. And I tell you why. First of all, it eliminates the fact that you, the person who is looking to meet somebody, have to go through all these hundreds of profiles to go register yourself and then meet hundreds of these people, and in principle none of these people are really the right people for you. It eliminates it, and I'll tell you why. Here is the basic idea, and I believe that in life, either you do something from your heart and you believe that it will work and it has reason for being, and it makes a lot of sense to me. Me as a person, anything I do in my life, I have to do it because I believe in it, because it's sensible, because it makes sense to me. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care what other people say. I care what I say. So here is meetmyfriend.me. And meetmyfriend.me portal and forum is as following. Let's assume that you have a friend, a girlfriend. Your girlfriend lives in Miami Beach. I say Miami Beach because I live in Miami Beach. You have a girlfriend in Miami Beach, and your girlfriend is single. Now, your girlfriend, her name is Mary, is sick and tired for all the reasons that I said. She doesn't want to go anymore on these dating websites. She's sick and tired going through this. She is sick and tired from the nightclubs and the bars, and she basically gave up. Now you, Sarah, talk to your friend Mary, because your other friend just informed you about meetmyfriend.me, and you find it quite interesting. And you say to Mary, you say, listen, here is the story. There's a new platform, there's a new website. It's very different. It's not the regular dating website. The idea behind this is this, that I, Sarah, your friend and the friend of Mary, will take your information and submit Mary's information into this portal. Now what will happen physically is this. I, Sarah, a good friend of Mary, I really care about Mary. And I know Mary is single, or Mary is divorced, or Mary is widowed, whatever the situation be, but I care about Mary because I am Mary's good girlfriend. And therefore I am going to put out for Mary. So what happens is this. I, Sarah, will input information. I will register myself into this portal of meetmyfriend.me. I will input Mary's information. Now I will put Mary's information, I will put as much or as little as I feel comfortable to put into the portal. And obviously I will put a picture, I will upload a picture of Mary. Now let's say that there is John or there is Jackie, who is John's friend. And Jackie, who is John's friend, knows John is also alone, and but he's a guy and he really wouldn't be bothered to go on this website. So she says, John, you know what, give me a picture of you, send me by email your picture, I will upload it. This is a great website, I'm your friend, I know what you like, let me do this for you, I will screen the potential people for you, and then I will find you a date. Well, what happens in reality is this. Jackie is inputting information for John. Sarah inputted information for Mary. Now as Jackie inputs the information for John and she uploads John's picture, she goes through the pictures that she sees, and there she sees Mary's picture. And she looks at Mary, and because Mary has green eyes, blue eyes, yellow eyes, and red or green or blue hair, whatever it be, she thinks that Mary might be very suitable for John. Why does she think so? Because she's John's friend for the last 12 years. And she knows John's likes and dislikes. So Jackie decides to call Sarah and to find out a little bit more about Mary. Well, she cannot find out about Mary because Mary's telephone number is not there. Mary's address is not there. There's only information by the person who input the information of Mary, which would be Sarah. So Jackie and Sarah start chatting together, they talk, and because Jackie is a good friend to John and Sarah is a good friend to Mary, they put their heads together, they interrogate each other because they really care about their friends, but they don't want to waste time. And so as they each know their friend quite well, they ask, and then they decide that this could work. Well, what happens is, the next thing is, Sarah says to Jackie, let me talk to Mary and I'll get back to you. She talks to Mary and says, Mary, I met somebody, I think by the description, by the picture, it's somebody you might like. let's all of us go out for coffee, for lunch, for dinner, whatever it be. Here is what happens. Mary says, okay. Sarah contacts Jackie and says, Jackie, okay, where can we meet? The four of us. You guys pick up a place, a coffee house, a restaurant, whatever it be. The four of you go and have a meeting. Here is what we accomplished by this. We took away, first of all, blind dates. This is not a date. This is friends meeting friends. Single friends meeting single friends, with the possibility of meeting somebody that they might like. But what is taken out of this equation is that blind date, is that discomfort when you go on a date, and is that situation of how to get out of a date that you really can't stand. Because there is 3 or 4 of you at least in this group. So several things are happening. First of all, there is no blind date. Secondly, you are not alone. Third, there is no discomfort because 4 people are having conversations. So now we take it a step further. There are 3 scenarios really that can happen from a meeting like this. One, that you really like the guy and you think, okay, Sarah did very good because I think he's a nice guy and I really like him and I would like to get to know him. So Sarah did her job because Sarah is Mary's good friend and Sarah really loves Mary and she wants to help Mary and she will put out for Mary insofar that she screened the potential candidate for Mary, insofar that she put the time in and she went with Mary together to the meeting to meet these other 2 people. So Mary is very thankful and Mary decides that she would like to get to know John a little bit more. And the conversation evolves and then it takes on from there. The second scenario is that although Sarah thought that this might be the right guy, and in the picture, in the photograph that John's had put up, or I better to say Jackie has put up for John, John is photographed in a polo shirt. But when John arrived at the meeting, John really arrived with a suit, with a tie, button up, with cufflinks, and Mary really doesn't care for men that are so preppy. And Sarah also knew that John would have been suitable because John was photographed with a polo shirt. But in reality, John is a very preppy guy, and this was just a photograph that he sent to his friend Jackie. So Mary decides that this is not for her. But at the same time, Mary remembers that she has a second cousin who is her age, who happens to like men that are very preppy and are properly dressed and wear suits and ties and so forth. And so in this format of 4 people, Mary says to John, John, listen, between you and I, it won't work out. But I have a second cousin. She might be perfect for you. And what is happening right now, the 4 people created a new friendship. Mary is now doing exactly what Sarah did for Mary, and Mary is contacting her second cousin, and Mary is introducing John to her second cousin and doing exactly what we did, group, and then Mary goes with a second cousin to meet John. So again, you're creating a situation where friends go with friends, friends submit other single friends, and you take out that blind date, you take out the discomfort to get out of a situation, and you create something from the old times. And do you know what that something is? Human contact. No longer do we as people have any contact with each other. The way we talk to each other is today we are texting. We no longer, absolutely no longer speak to each other on the telephone. Technology is taking over our life. Technology and advancement is taking over our brains. We are talking to people on the computer, we are emailing, we are texting. We are becoming a society totally dependent on all the electronics and all the advancement, but we are losing something in that process, and that's our social skills. Well, meetmyfriend.me is, as I said earlier, is bringing and putting the old with the new together. So here we have taking the technology. The technology is the portal where you put the information of your single friend out there. And many other and thousands of people all over the world